Hi everyone, welcome to Edufacts. In today's class, we shall discuss about reproduction in animals, which is in 8th class biology. Then get into the video. Reproduction. First of all, we shall discuss about what is reproduction. Reproduction is nothing but producing their young generations. Means an organism which produces its offsprings by various modes. Whatever the mode it follows, the young one is generated from this process. Okay, so we can define the reproduction as the production of offsprings from the parents is nothing but reproduction. Usually this reproduction is of two kinds. One is asexual reproduction and the second one is sexual reproduction. So before going to discuss about asexual reproduction, we have to learn here about two terms. One is viviparous animals and the second one is oviparous animals. Usually you see viviparous animals means, the meaning of viviparous is the organisms or the animals, either these living creatures which produces their young one directly are known as viviparous. Means the offsprings are generated, offsprings are produced, okay, directly by means of reproduction. Such type of animals are called viviparous. Means, for example, a woman produces directly a baby, right? A bitch or a dog, it produces a, right? Dog means nothing but it's a bitch. Lady, female means it is a bitch, right? It produces a puppy, right? It's a small kid. So it gives their young ones directly. In this is, that is, the meaning is they do not lay eggs. They do not lay eggs outside. They can generate or they can produce their young ones directly. Such are called viviparous. In the other hand, example for them is man, dog, cat, right? Elephant, tiger, all the mammals. All of the mammals. Most of the mammals, are one or two exemptions are there, that is another matter. But mammals, they produce their young ones directly. So that they are called viviparous animals. In the other hand, oviparous animals. Oviparous animals means the organisms or the animals which lay eggs. Which lay eggs. The organisms which lay eggs or the animals which lay eggs are called as oviparous animals. So we can tell many more examples on oviparous are like fish. Fish is an oviparous. Frog is an oviparous, right? All the insects are oviparous, like butterfly, they lay eggs, right? And like lizard means reptiles, right? Then aves means birds. These are all oviparous. Oviparous means the animals which lay eggs to produce their young ones are called as oviparous animals. So we can identify very easily whether an animal is a oviparous, either a oviparous or viviparous. Simply we can understand the animals which have external ears. Remember, the animals which have external ears and the hair on their skin. The animals which have external ears and hair on their skin, mostly they are viviparous in nature. Okay, they produce their young ones directly without laying eggs. See, the organisms which, for example, these we can see that fish, it does not have hair on its body and external ears also, there are no external ears. On frog and insects, lizard, aves, etc., they do not have external ears. Aves, they have feathers but not hair. Lizard, only scales are present. Snakes, on the snakes, scales are present but hair is not present. So that the oviparous and viviparous, we can distinguish very easily the oviparous and viviparous. Simply the animals which have external ears and hairs on their skin, they are viviparous. Okay, they produce directly their young ones. There may be question asked like this: find out the viviparous, or find out the viviparous animal among these. Option is find out, the question is find out the viviparous. Option A, fish. Option B, cockroach. Option C, a dog. Option D, ostrich. This may be a question. So we can say very easily, viviparous means it gives young one directly. Fish, it lays eggs. Cockroach lays eggs. Dog, it gives directly the young one. Ostrich also, it lay the eggs. So our option is option C, dog. Like this, there may be questions in the examination point of view. So there are different ways. Multiple, matching test also will be given. Then on that, in this mode of questions. So we can understand the concept. Whatever the question they ask, we have to understand the concept. If we understand the concept, then we can answer the question if they ask in any mode, right? Next. So I think you got the point of viviparous and oviparous. Asexual reproduction. As we discussed in the beginning, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction, two modes are there. And in today's class, we shall discuss about asexual reproduction as per the 8th class syllabus. Remember, this is only the 8th class syllabus. Then complete syllabus classes will be continued in the sessions. Okay. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means generally animals are two categories. One is female and the second one is male. So usually, as we know that male and female gametes are fusion, then zygote is formed, then it will become an organism. That is the common mode, which is sexual reproduction. But in asexual reproduction, there is no fusion of any male or female gamete. There is no fusion of male and female gamete. Even though a single organism, it can produce its young ones without fusion of gametes, is known as asexual reproduction. So in this asexual reproduction, a single animal may be there. For example, okay, we have two types of examples, two types of modes are there in asexual reproduction. One is budding. Budding is a asexual reproduction. Nothing but it is, this budding and fusion, budding and fusion is mostly occurred in lower order animals. Like they are hydra, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, like this lower order animals. In that, the budding and fusion process may be appear in the asexual reproduction process. In budding, for example, best example for budding is we can see in hydra. In hydra we can see the budding process. Simply, hydra belongs to, yes, hydra belongs to Coelenterata. Okay, they are lower order non-chordates, Coelenterata or Cnidaria. It is a non-chordate. Non-chordate means which has no backbone, right? On this hydra, see, a small bulge comes out from the body surface of hydra, and this bulge is bulged out and it grows. It grows. Okay, this is called bud. Bud means it is a small bulged out part of hydra, and this bulged out part, if it cuts, when it matured, it cuts from the parent and it can live independently as a whole organism. This process is known as budding, right? So budding can be seen in hydra. Next, binary fusion. Binary fusion is a process of mode of asexual reproduction. We can see very clearly in amoeba. As we know, amoeba is a unicellular organism. It is a unicellular organism. It has only one cell in its body, right? So amoeba is a protozoan, right? Amoeba is a protozoan which is a single celled organism, and when nucleus of amoeba is matured, this amoeba, it divides into two parts. When it divides into two parts, it's the parent amoeba, it becomes like this. Two will be there and it will be divided into two parts, means two halves will be divided. It is a fission, means broken down into two parts, two organisms. Now only two daughter cells are present and parent cell is non-existent. Means from a single cell, two cells are fissioned, two cells are broken down. In a cell, the cell is broken down into two parts. It is known as binary fission. We can see the example in a unicellular organism like amoeba, which is a protozoan. This is what asexual mode of reproduction up to 8th class, and remember that it is only the 8th class topic. We shall continue the classes in the next videos, and this is asexual mode of reproduction. Asexual mode of reproduction is given up to 8th class standard, is budding and binary fission. We have seen two examples, and oviparous, viviparous animals also we have discussed. In the next video, we shall discuss about the sexual mode of reproduction, right? We shall discuss about the sexual mode of reproduction in the next class. Until then, keep watching my channel and support me. And if you really like this, just like it and share with your friends and well-wishers and competitive warriors who are preparing for competitive exams. Please share it and encourage me, support me. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you one and all.